Relief is spreading across the northern Manitoba community. With news that an intensive manhunt for 2 murder suspects is now over, people in the town of Gillam are starting to get back to life as normal. But as RCMP crews wrap up and pull out of the region, questions are lingering about the 2 men accused of killing 3 people in northern British Columbia. There are still no new details on what may have motivated the killings of 3 people. American tourist China Deese, her Australian boyfriend Lucas Fowler, and UBC botanist Leonard Dyck. The family of Leonard Dyck has said little in the weeks since his murder, but today his cousin, Eric Friesen, opened up to Global News about the pain his family has endured from the day they learned he was killed to the news yesterday that the manhunt was finally over.
Finding out that, the 2 suspects were found dead up in Gillam kind of brought those feelings back in a different manner, understanding that Leonard was gone, understanding that even though finding these guys dead or alive wasn't going to bring him back. The feelings been very kind of difficult to process at this point.
In the community of Gillam, people are still processing the events of the last few weeks. Global's Joe Scarpelli is there tonight with more on how the town is doing.
You can see it, you can feel it. Gillam is now returning to the town people knew before Bryer, Schmegelsky, and Mcleod became household names. Karen Donaldin Fisher owns 4 businesses in town, including this grocery store. Since Schmegelsky and Mcleod became murder suspects, she's had to cut store hours, make sure 2 people were always working at once, even letting staff who feel scared stay home.
The biggest fear, I think, for the majority of us was that there would be no resolution, right? Like that they would disappear into the night and we would have to continue on with that kind of hanging over our heads. And not just for us living here, but for the families of the deceased as well.
This is what should be the final sighting of the 2 suspects in northern Manitoba. Resident Brian Olson feels a huge sense of relief too. His life was changed for 2 weeks. The last scare he can recall in town was a bear sighting.
So far, it looks like everybody's really relieved and able to finally go about their days without having to look over their shoulders or wake up doubled or wondering what some random noise at night was.
Sightings in Ontario were mistaken. Stress levels rose. All while the fugitives were right in the backyard of this now internationally known town. Joe Scarpelli, Global News.